more Decepticon than Autobot.
Transformers battle cry, robots in disguise, Autobots fighting on crushing Decepticons.
Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Ghost Prime. This is Generation 1 Double Dealer. He was released in 1988, and he is a Power Master. He's actually a dual Power Master. He's both Autobot and Decepticon, and he has a Power Master partner for either one. Now, he was never in the United States cartoon, which is a shame because it would have been really cool to see a mercenary in the Generation 1 cartoon like he is, playing both sides. Instead, we only got him in a commercial with Power Master Optimus Prime. In Japan, he was known as Double Clouder, and he was actually a different character than this. I'm going to keep this video as short as possible, so please like and subscribe, and without any further ado, let's get to the review.
Who's that new Transformer with Optimus Prime? Double Dealer, the Power Master Mercenary. Only the Power Master Mercenary can become an Autobot or a Decepticon.
First things first, here's the box, and it was packaged in a Decepticon box, which I find kind of interesting. It should have been a dual one. Anyhow, here's the hard-to-find parts and accessories and the bot itself. And ignore the stickers. It was put on by some kid a long time ago who obviously didn't know what he was doing.
Stupid kid.
He comes with two pieces of this giant missile that do attach together. Let's see if I can get that in there very tightly. Hear that snap, attach into one. Hopefully you can find this if you're trying to piece one of these together, to piece these two pieces together, because they do attach pretty strong. And then we have Knock here, which is an engine. He is the Autobot side. If you turn around, he has very Autobot colors. And of course, he is a Power Master, so he just does that to transform. And see if we can get real close up on him. Got to give him a look right there. See all his detail down the legs. And then he has Scar, which is another engine, but this is obviously Decepticon colors, and he is a bat. What do you think about that?
That's really bad.
And you see the nubs here are different on either one. So he's got one in between his legs. That corresponds to different pieces inside here. But one of the things that's also very often missing in Double Dealer is his little chest piece here, which are missing his stickers. I think that's them right here. But that. So this right here is the port where you put either one of them, depending on what you're going to transform this into. Just getting this guy transformed back into his engine mode, this will press on the middle button. We're going to put him in right now and just get this thing kind of all set up as the missile launcher. And here he is put together with the missile on there. So as you can see, he does have visible fists. And he rolls. Very squeaky, very, very squeaky. But he has 8 wheels that are pinned. What a lot of people do, now I can't get him to seem to be able to go inside here, but a lot of people will put this on the back of the missile like that. That is not in the instructions, but that's what a lot of people do. I can't seem to get him in there. If you get him in there to hold him.
Are you kidding me?
It would have been really cool if this found some way to be able to like stay on there. You can kind of wedge it in there. I think that would be a better place for it, because I think that actually looks pretty good. There he is with Red Sunstreaker and G1 Optimus Prime. Technically, this here mode does not have an affiliation of Autobots or Decepticons. This mode, you see there's no Autobot logos or Decepticon logos of any kind on this, is just a regular old missile launcher.
Yes, they were everywhere.
But if we take off the missile here, and we're going to actually take him out, put Scar in, which will press on these other 2 buttons. And now the other 2 buttons would release these 2 pieces here on either side. So we can open these up, move them around, take the wings. As you can see, there's a little bit of rust there. Some of these have been, looks like, wet at some point in time. But easy to transform. And here we have him in bird mode. Now it's supposed to be a falcon, but that is definitely not the head of a falcon. That is like a a vulture. But he, some detail shows up on him. He's got like feather detail. This is a weird tail, but he's got feather detail there. He's got some little spindly little toes and feet there, and he's just kind of like this, which is just odd. Does have some articulation besides the wings moving up and down and in and out, mainly for transformation. He has his head move this way, up and down, and he can open his mouth, his beak, and he has some teeth on there too. Maybe he's a dinosaur, but that's about the articulation. I guess he could move his legs. And the missile split in two. You can put the whole missile on top, but it's supposed to go kind of like this. Missile part of the missile at the bottom. This part becomes a gun, which is on the top. And then we take this, and there he is in all his grandeur. We'll go ahead and bring back in Red Sunstreaker there for a size comparison. Now, if you would have noticed, he is a Decepticon in this form. This is his Decepticon form, not a robot, a bird Decepticon. Like a giant laser beak. I'll take off the missiles here. And we're going to get this guy transformed into the robot form. I do want to point out right now before I go any further, so this whole piece here comes out in one piece. But before you turn these legs, split them apart. There's a tab here. And here we have him fully transformed into his Autobot form, the robot mode. And I do want to just take another minute here to... This is broken, so be careful of that when you see these on the secondary market. A lot of people or kids did break them because you could see it was like the legs would go like this and they slot right in there. And it could just, if you do this, it could break it. Which looks like probably what happened with this one. Now he has weapons, and he has a shoulder cannon, which I like to put on this side. I think it's supposed to go on that side, or you can put his gun here. I like them offset, like this. I always just put, that's how I just do my Transformers. And then for Scar here, you could stick him there.
Oh my.
But he has all of his accessories there, right here. So let's look at that head sculpt. I'm always a fan of generational head sculpts, and this one is no exception. It looks fantastic. Really dig the head sculpt on him. I love how the Target Master shows up on his stomach. All the details here. I would have liked it if the stickers were there. Articulation, he's maybe a little more articulated than some of the Transformers of the time. He can move his arms up, but I guess that's mainly for transformation. But he can move his legs out. He has thigh swivels. No real knee unless you count that. And that's it. That is all his articulation. That's all you're going to get. But hey, it's more than most G1 at the time. As I mentioned, he is tall. There he is with a version of Generation 1 Optimus Prime. There he is with the more recent version of him. So you can see he's shorter. So yeah, he is a big bot, and he doesn't have a lot of kibble on him at all when you have them all complete and together. He is a very cool Generation 1. And in conclusion, if you want to buy one of these and you're in the market for one, try to find one complete. They're difficult to piece together and can get a lot more expensive than you could find one complete. They are already pretty pricey. You're going to get sticker wear, yellowing, loose joints, rust, those types of things on this figure. A lot of the times the chest piece is missing, and so are the Target Master partners. So be wary of that. Other than that, I think he's a really, really, really awesome figure to have in your Generation 1 collection. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next review.